So first of all, who am I talking to and what team do you represent?
My name's Anna McGlade, and I represent Phoenixville Whitehorse.
What is something we should know about your club?
I would say that a lot of clubs have pretty well established programs. Some are going on, 50 plus years. Our women's program is reaching just about over 10, which means that a lot of us have really been here from its inception. So we've been here from the D3 team, worked our way, battled through the D3 division, promoted to D2, fought our way up through D2, and now we're on to our third consecutive national championship weekend. Um, like I said, we have a lot of team members who have been here from the start, but we have a lot of new team members that have been coming on this season and the last couple of years as well. All of the team that has been here, past, present, has contributed to the momentum going into this weekend.
Having that mixture of new players, but also those that are returning, because the last 3 years I've been doing USA Club Rugby, you have been in the mix in the tournament. How does that help you bringing in those veteran players, but also those new players?
Yeah, a lot of I'm going to say seasoned players. We play a little bit different than we used to when we were younger. So we have a more thoughtful game than I think we did when we were playing younger. And we have the new players coming in, some of young blood coming in that bring a lot of energy, bring a lot of excitement to the team. Personally, I feel it's motivating for me to work my ass off and get fit so I can keep up with these younger players. It's also nice having a lot of newer players come in that might not necessarily be younger but newer to the game, because rugby is all about growing the sport, and we want to grow it no matter if you're 15 growing up into the sport or if you're 35 just learning the sport. So it brings new perspectives and new learnings to the team. So it's been
How
great.
would you describe your team's style of play?
Our style's fast, physical, and we try to stay as disciplined as possible. We want to control the pace of the game. We want to apply pressure on both sides of the ball and really just stay connected as a unit. We want to play white horse rugby, and we want to play clean rugby. So we've been really focusing on executing the fundamentals at a high level and really just capitalizing on the opportunities as they come.
What has your season looked like? I know for a lot of clubs, they start all the way back in September, August of 2025. How did that season play out for you?
Yeah, no, that season played out really well. We're a part of a union where we're pretty dominant in our league play. So we started out last season, did really well. What we've been really trying to do is just focusing on the basics and refining the details. So we've been putting a lot of strong emphasis on doing the small things right. So being intentional and being very detailed about how we're taking the ball into contact, our ball placement, our pod play, how we navigate the breakdown. Because at the end of the day, rugby is really just built on the fundamentals. So we've been focusing on getting that right. And that discipline has really been key to how we've grown and performed as a team over this season. We do have that winter break between seasons. So we just, tried to keep our hands on the ball. We play touch in the winter. No matter if there's snow on the ground or if it's depending on the weather, we're still out there. We like to play, we're playing with our men's club too. So that co-ed level of rugby really helps amp up our game as well. Trying to keep fit over the off season, and then, went into the spring as strong as ever.
What has been the biggest challenge your team has had to overcome this season?
I would say our biggest challenge is probably have been pushing our standards to a higher level each week. Uh, we, like I said, we do come from a division where we do win by pretty high margins. So um, it's trying to keep that competitiveness up, and the standards up each week. So we're really focused on not being satisfied with, okay, this is just good enough, but really being disciplined in how we train and how we prepare and the energy we bring into that training so that it shows up on game day.
Without giving away any game plan, who are one or two players fans should watch for?
You know, I would say that, it's hard to pick out a specific individual because it really is a collective effort. We're bringing a 25-person travel roster with us this weekend. So if you're watching this weekend, you're really watching a full team effort. So really, if I'm going to say it, you're going to look out for us all. But if I did have to pick out one player, I do want to give a shout out to Brooke Rago, who is new this season. She graduated from Westchester University, brought a lot of energy, brought a lot of physicality and speed to our back line, and really amped up our defense and our offense, both sides of the ball.
What makes your club special off the pitch?
I don't know if it's unique to our club. I think it's just special to rugby in general, is that we're such a family. And we create such a community around us. Two years ago, when Nationals was in Texas, we had two teammates who got engaged that weekend. And this weekend, we wish that they were on the field with us again, but they're actually welcoming. They just welcomed their first daughter, so we welcomed them into the rugby family. We've been a community around them. We're very excited to be new aunts to their daughter and kind of bring them up in the White Horse family. So really, it is just a community and family that makes our club and rugby in general
Well, first of
special.
all, congrats to your teammates on getting engaged and then their child. I think it's so important and incredible about rugby, that community. I see on social media all the time someone new joining a club and they feel like it's home right away. It's a really neat feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
So, before I let you go, what is one word to describe your club?
I'm going to give a shout out to one of our valued team members, Marcy Croth, who gave us this word to kind of strive for, and it's gumption. And what that really is just kind of having what you need to have in your toolbox. So your speed, your fitness, your rugby IQ, and really executing that with energy. So that's what we've been doing all season. We've been, saying just do it with gumption, do everything with gumption. So we're going into this weekend with gumption. We're hungry for that cup. So we'll see how everything plays out.
Well, I want to say good luck. I'm really excited to see some high level rugby this weekend, and I guess I'll see you this weekend.
Yep. Thanks. See you.